And just waiting on Career's pick down there, but we're going to see the bottom lane of T1 first. So what do you pair with this? Definitely need
fine into the Nautilus, but also does make things even more difficult for this front line of T1. I think this is a hard game for T1, if I'm going to be honest.
And Zeus not very much enjoying himself, but I don't think there's too much kill pressure as he's going to be the one actually going in. And now Doran maybe overstepping here, a bit out of mana as well. And just trying to walk this one off, saying you don't quite have the damage. And he even gets the plant, which it's kind of rare that that plant denies action, but I digress. As Faker's just dead. First blood goes over to Lucid.
From the D+ bot lane. Do have Faker coming down though.
Yeah, Relmorph coming in. They do have Flash this time though, but Career, I don't think he's going to even bother to use it, although he does get the headbutt down. He's still not going to end up using it. I guess punish Showmaker, but pretty difficult to do so.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to have a Nautilus lead the charge against an Anivia.
Yeah. Well, eventually, the wall will not be long enough as they do go in. This should be Anivia as, yeah, just walk up there, I suppose, with a engage cone. Wow. Grim Deliverance coming on in, and Xiu is just tanky enough. Faker not really able to do enough damage.
That did a pretty great job of clearing the way. Faker in terms of time there, but now he's staying around.
Round 2. That's going to be the flash out of Xiu. But we still have Relmorph because he didn't use it the last time around. But Xiu pretty mobile, able to get into the wave as now we're looking at the bottom lane at 3v3. Faker does get the kill in the top lane. Owner going very deep to try to take out Smash, who has barrier, and just shakes it off. Lucid there on time once again. Protoss versus Terran.
Yes. Xiu sticks around. Probably because he doesn't have TP and he's being very greedy. But yeah, you don't have the cooldowns to do this. And he ends up getting chased down. Does go on for a little bit longer than maybe they would have liked, and that gives a lot of time for Showmaker in the mid lane. But they go for this aggressive play. They can't target the Alistar because, you know, it's an Alistar of level 6. But it's a heavy committal, and Wukong is so strong right now. And Owner's like, well, I guess I have to go and continue on the Corki. The Corki.
I mean, if T1 do get ahead and they have a Vi in a good position with Flash and they have Kai'Sa who can ult over the top, sure. But they're not in that position, as this is one way as well to just hide on bush and get Showmaker down. Anivia is back. But Peyz is making his way up here. As Lucid's going to get there first, the exhaust is going to help out, and the Nautilus ult keeps all 3 of them around. And Peyz flies in just to help out in the trade. And that's going to be 2 kills going the way of T1. Excellently played.
Yeah, good capitalization. Finding.
So that's some nice tech he got there. The flash over the Anivia wall from Owner to get on top of Showmaker. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, but now Doran is here, and Peyz flies into the backline. Lucid is just down as Doran gets in there with his ult and stuns the 2 of them up. And T1, they force the fight, and it works excellently for them. Smash has to flash away, but he can't get away from this rise as it's a full ace. It's a 5-for-0 ace for T1. So many teams in the mid game just kind of flounder and do nothing. T1 is not going to be that team. We know about the T1 Barons. They're going to go for it. Doran is trying to get on top of Lucid, who does actually get in the pit just to not get the smite and just die. As now we got the Relmorph on in. Faker is frontlining. And Showmaker again, you know, he puts the wall down, gets flashed over. There's no setup here for DK, and they're just being run around the rift as this should be Smash going down on top of it all. Faker picks up another one. And she was just over here in mid lane trying to run away. And eventually he's going to be going down. It's just kind of a disaster of a game at this point, as T1 has run away with this one in a big way after that last team fight, and they followed up with yet another one. We did see Nongshim come out really strong, but I think this is a different feel today. As Carry is going to go in, we got the teleport coming in. T1 is up 8,000 gold, and they're going to pull the trigger here with the Baron, as everybody is just being rolled over. She was like, please, I want to do something in this backline, but his whole team is dead. And that's going to be the end of that. The Grim Deliverance comes in. It's only 23.5 minutes, and the game is over.
For this game, and we see here Peyz reacts to the engage from Career so well. The chain around comes in, Owner diving in, causing all this disruption.
Well, Faker might die here. We do have Doran, though, coming over, and actually, I guess maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, actualized as well, boosting the Seraph shot.
Oh, God, wait. It's, now it's becoming like a 2v5, although they killed 2 of them. And Doran is like, well, I'm just going to go in because I might as well. The rest of T1 is coming over. They're like, okay, if you want to end the game now, we can. If you want to fight now, sure. We were going to back off and, farm up a little bit, get the Drakes and stuff. But nah, we'll just come back in and end it now for you guys.
And this game has to feel demoralizing. It's a rough loss at this point. Game 1, was T1 winning, but there was some fight. A complete mental reset going to be needed going into Game 3. Still looking for an angle here, but yeah, I don't see it.
Owner, as the headbutt was coming in, he lands his Q and just turns it around on the career. And they're really just styling on them now as another hook is going to come in. Lucid, no W available rather, as we do have the ult coming in from Peyz. He is going to put an end to things, or try to, as they're under the turrets. They're certainly having their fun, but I think at this point they can kind of do whatever they want. We do have the TP coming in. This is from the Zahan, and maybe some shutdowns being given over. This one is given, but for T1, they don't have to overstep. They're going to play it slowly from here. I say that, they immediately just dive the turret, might as well. They get into that backline onto Showmaker, who is not having a very fun time, as he finally does go down, but so will Peyz. But nobody has a number on Faker here. Xiu trying desperately, and so does Smash, but just runs straight into the rest of T1, and eventually just dies. As Faker also will. And Xiu getting low as well, but not dying. Finally does go down. Owner takes him out. And Owner going to be using some of that gold. We did see one Nexus turret respawn.
Yeah, Lucid's alive, but
yeah.
There's so many super minions.
He doesn't deal
but he's going to get carried. He got him.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, the Nexus is down. And they almost had 3 people above 1 KDPM, including Owner on Phi. So
Yeah. This was just desperate. This was absolutely desperate.